Okay. Oh, girl. It's about damn time. In a minute, I'm going to need a sentimental man and woman to cancel Lizzo. Hey, guys. What's up? It's your girl, Breezy. Back again with a not-so conspiracy. In this video, as you can see by the title, Lizzo, who the hell did you piss off? And before I get into the video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you can be tuned in any and every time I post a new video. Lizzo, 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 Lizzo. Man, I'm telling you guys, when I tell you guys all the time in the community tab that when you see these celebrities go so hard with performative activism, 9 times out of 10, they are degenerates behind the scenes. And Lizzo has proved that. Well, Ariana Grande proved that this week too. And I know Ariana Grande was happy as hell that the scandal with Lizzo hit this week because it overshadowed all the backlash she was getting. You know, I started to actually make this video about both of them, but I think, you know, I'm just gonna save that for a point I want to make later on in the video. So hold that thought about Ariana Grande. But Lizzo, look, I know I owe you guys that Janelle Monáe video, and y'all probably thinking, how you gonna come back on here and not talk about that? But yet here you go for Lizzo video, because I'm jumping on it while it's hot. That's why. So it's a hot topic, and I'm catching it while it's still hot. So here we go. So as you guys know by now, I really don't have to talk too much about the lawsuit because it's been 2 days, and I think you guys already know the gist of everything by now, but I'm still going to run through it. So Lizzo is in the news due to the fact that 3 of her dancers are suing her for creating a toxic work environment. Pretty much, Lizzo, the lawsuit revealed that Lizzo pretty much is the opposite of what she preaches to y'all and what she pushes to y'all. Because, you know, her stick, I talked about it numerous times on this channel. We know what her agenda is about. Quote unquote body positivity. You know, she's the poster child for that bullshit. And a lot of people are focused on the fat shaming allegations of the lawsuit because, like I said, she's the complete opposite of what she preaches. You know, they propped her up. Lizzo promotes every and any agenda that they want her to push. And to be honest with you, I don't feel bad for her ass at all. Bitch, you was out here advocating for trans women to invade women's spaces. So let the trans women fight for your ass. Fuck out of here. Let the trans women fight for Lizzo. Fuck her. But I'm gonna give my disclaimer on Lizzo because I didn't give my disclaimer. So I do like Lizzo's music. Some of her music. She do got a couple of bops. I like Truth Hurts, and I do like About Damn Time. Like, every time I hear About Damn Time, it brings me back to last summer when I was playing kickball, and About Damn Time was like our kickball team's theme song. But I think she's very talented, but I just think she does too much. So, you know, it's kind of the image is kind of a turn off. And no, it's not about her weight at all with me, because I used to be a biggums myself. So I'm not going to sit up here and shame her weight and do all this other stuff. Nah. But I am going to critique her fairly and getting her ass fairly about these allegations and all that. So pretty much she created a toxic work environment for 3 of her dancers. I mean, well, actually, the 3 dancers that are suing her, 2 of them were on her reality show where she was looking to find dancers. So that's what makes it bad, because people actually watch these girls compete to be her dancers on a reality TV series. So the claims are sexual harassment, and also body and fat shaming. And people are focused on the fat shaming things because, well, Lizzo, you sit your ass up on social media on the Instagram live and cry all day long about how the world and how the masses pick on you about your weight. And you gonna get up in front of your dancers' faces and do the same exact thing that the masses does to you? So that's what makes her look hypocritical here. And then on top of that, like I said, everybody is so focused on the fat shaming allegations. I'm focused on the sexual deviance and the sexual assault allegations here, because those sexual assault allegations sound very ritualistic. So apparently she was on tour in Amsterdam and she took her dancers to this adult entertainment venue. In Amsterdam, we know in Amsterdam, any and everything goes. The good green stuff is legal over there. And they take adult entertainment to a whole nother level over there. To the point that they offer escorting services at these adult entertainment venues in Amsterdam. So, at this adult entertainment venue, they have an interactive entertainment where you can just touch and feel on the dancers, and the dancers are nude. And she pressured one of the girls into touching a dancer's breast, and then also pressure them and try to make them eat another dancer's box while bananas was protruding from their box. And they were also, apparently, toys were being pelted out of the dancers' boxes, according to the lawsuit. And she was pretty much kind of making them catch it. Well, not making them, but more so telling them to catch it and all that shit. And then there's also, Lizzo's not being sued. Her dancer is also being sued. Well, her dance captain is also being sued in a part of this lawsuit, because apparently the dance captain is some weird Bible thumper. But how you gonna be a Bible thumper and you working for and you working for the demonic industry that is Hollywood? So we know how that goes. And she was trying to force her religion and her beliefs on the dancers, all while talking about how she has gangbang fantasies and stuff, according to the lawsuit. So, here's my thing with Lizzo. Let's talk about the performative activism here. How many times do I gotta tell y'all stop believing in these celebrities, especially when they get up on that soapbox and tell y'all who to vote for, tell y'all what causes to fight for and all that bullshit? Because 9 times out of 10, these are not their thoughts. These are not their feelings. They just giving a script to their handlers, and their handlers tell them what to push. Most of the time, they don't even believe in this stuff. And not to mention, when they preach kindness to you, 9 times out of 10, it's some bullshit. Lizzo just proved that here. And so did Ariana Grande, because she's another one that pushes any and every agenda that the masses, that they want her to push to the masses. And she ended up getting exposed. I was going to talk about her and make this a video about both of them, but I'm going to throw both of them in as an example about performative activism and the downside of it with these celebrities. Because it seems as if every female celebrity that preaches feminism always end up getting exposed for not being a girl's girl. There's no masculinity in these female celebrities. Most of them are male identified. So y'all say, you know, that's what y'all claim that term of being male identified. But what I'm trying to say here is that most of these female celebrities, they think like men. They have no femininity within them. That femininity was snatched and stolen at these mansion parties. So those mansion parties that Michael Rubin throws is where a lot of these female celebrities get that femininity stolen from them. So yeah, that's a different topic for a different day. But I noticed this too. Speaking of Michael Rubin's mansion parties, Lizzo and Ariana Grande were not in attendance at this party. Things that make you go, You know, if Lizzo was in attendance, excuse me. If Lizzo was in attendance at this mansion party, I'm gonna be honest here, I don't think we would hear these allegations. Same thing with Ariana Grande. I don't think we would hear her allegations either. But I'm not trying to make this video too much about Ariana Grande, but I just want to give an example of how performative activism and these celebrities are fucking phony. But I'm telling you guys, these celebrities do that performative activism bullshit to cover up the fact that they are sexual deviants behind closed doors. And also, speaking of that, when it comes to Lizzo, I heard that Beyonce is getting her up out of here by not including her in the Break My Soul remix in concert. And I was like, Beyonce, you got some nerve. You got some nerve, because we've heard allegations about your ass. You and Jay-Z both. We know y'all was on that damn island. So you got some nerve to try to cut Lizzo off. You ain't slick, Beyonce. You think we not going to forget about you being on that flight log, huh? You a sexual deviant your damn self, so you got some nerve. Yo, the Beehive really don't want... The Beehive gets so silent when you talk about that flight log. I tell you, man. I just want to say that here. But it also leads me in to what I'm going to talk about next, too. With Lizzo, the future and trajectory of Lizzo's career. I think that they are getting Lizzo up out of here because the body positivity agenda is not working. The purpose of that was to make people feel good about their pandemic weight. And guess what? People aren't feeling good about their pandemic weight. They really aren't. I lost most of my weight during the pandemic. And I have people in my real life ask me how I do it and all. And some of them always tell me about how they gained the weight during the pandemic. And they're not happy with that. They want to change it. They just talking, to be honest with you. But they're not doing nothing to change it just yet. But people are not happy with their pandemic weight. And then also, people have been dying due to being overweight and all that. That's been on the increase. Like I said before, during the pandemic, about 60% of Americans gained, according to studies, 60% of not Americans, but 60% of people worldwide gain at least an average of 30 plus pounds during the pandemic. The average is 30 pounds that people gain since being on lockdown and all. And they was trying to use Lizzo to make people feel good about it, but it's not working. It's not working. So that's why they're getting Lizzo up out of here. And I said before, too, when somebody asked me what else is her agenda besides body positivity. Well, now, here's what's going to happen. Lizzo's career is not going to recover from this. Now, like I said, I'm not trying to make this video too much about Ariana Grande, but even though Ariana Grande got exposed for being the opposite of what she preached, by breaking up a family, well, honestly, that SpongeBob dude broke up his own family. At the end of the day, he's the only one in a situation that owed his wife some type of loyalty, not Ariana Grande. But she has a history of doing this shit. And it's been getting exposed. But anyway, Ariana Grande's career is going to be fine because she has a very, very dedicated fan base. I would put them up there along with the Barbs, the Beehive, the Swifties. But I'm not saying they too much up there with them, but they getting just about. They're not as bad as the Swifties. They're not as bad as the Barbs or the Beehive, but they a little crazy. But I have been seeing a lot of Ariana Grande fans saying that they looking at her differently now because of this situation. They look at her as a narcissist. I mean, all these celebrities are. Let's be honest here. But her fans are looking at her differently. Now, I don't think that her music or her acting career is going to take a hit, but her fans are going to look at her differently now. However, Lizzo's career is going to take a hit because she don't have a strong fan base like Ariana Grande. Nicki Minaj had a whole hate train. The whole industry was trying to get Nicki Minaj up out of here, but it didn't work because them Barbs are crazy. Nicki built a dedicated fan base. Lizzo doesn't have that. Lizzo don't have a dedicated fan base. So that's why her career is not gonna be, it's not gonna recover. But I do think that in 2 to 4 years, we're gonna see Lizzo pop up on an interview with either Gayle King or Robin Roberts and have a whole redemption arch sympathy tour across the media where she talks about her journey of self-love and discovery of that and how she had to find herself and how she wasn't happy when she was at the top of her game and blah, 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 and all this other bullshit. And we know she's going to be crying, too. And then when we see this interview in 2 to 4 years, she's going to drop some pounds. It's going to be a weight loss journey along with this redemption arch. And I guarantee you her first single in 2 to 4 years will be a ballad. It would be a ballad about how she had to love herself. And guess what? Pretty privilege will be on her side at that moment because she has a pretty face. So when she dropped that weight, pretty privilege will be on her side heavy when she comes back with this sympathy tour in 2 to 4 years. That's where I think Lizzo is heading. I think she'll be in hiding. I think she's going to settle this lawsuit. And yeah, she's going to come back in 2 to 4 years on a redemption arch along with a weight loss journey and transformation. But when it comes to these celebrities, just stop worshiping them, stop idolizing them, and y'all won't be so disappointed. Because I've seen people are disappointed saying, oh my God, I know these celebrities are frauds, but I didn't think it would be Lizzo. This is why y'all need to stop believing in these celebrities as a whole. Because once you stop believing in them as a whole and stop idolizing them, any and everything they do will not shock you. That's why I'm not surprised about Lizzo, because I don't idolize these people. Lizzo came out at a time when I was on the verge of my quote-unquote awakening. 2019. I didn't really go through my awakening until 2020. But it seems as if a lot of these artists that blew up during the pandemic, that got famous like a year before then, like Lizzo, The Baby, Megan Thee Stallion, Roddy Ricch, Little Baby, like they all crashing down for some reason. I don't know what it is, but they all seem to be crashing down for some reason. And Lil Nas X too. You might as well throw him in there too. They seem to be crashing down for some reason. But yeah, Lizzo, her career is bye-bye. I wonder who she pissed off though. Was Jaguar right about this? No pun intended. Look, I may have my thoughts and reservations about Jaguar these days. Like, I really do have mixed feelings about Jaguar. But she kind of called this. Especially when she said, when Lizzo won Record of the Year at the Grammys, she said, Beyonce gonna get you. And what's happening? Beyonce is getting her. If you want to believe that theory. Because they made it a point to let us know that Beyonce took her name out that song. They made it a point to let us know that. So is she behind this takedown? Things that make you go, But also, like I said, this can all go back to Lizzo pretty much made her dancers do what they make her do behind the scenes, pretty much. That's what it was. That's what that sexual harassment claims was giving me. Cause this is the type of deviant stuff they make y'all faves do behind the scenes, and they inflict that type of, and they get traumatized from it, and they inflict that type of trauma onto other people. I mean, look at R. Kelly and Trey Songz, for example. I'm just saying. Well, we know R. Kelly, he was abused as a kid, but the whole eating, making the girls that he, let's keep it honest here, he was trafficking them women, them little girls. I'm not trying to call them women. I mean, they are women now, but they were girls at that moment. But he was trafficking them girls. Let's keep it 100 there. He was. But when they were saying that he was making them girls eat his feces, that's what they possibly made R. Kelly do. Because you gotta remember about the cake of light in Aleister Crowley, and Aleister Crowley's thoughts about eating feces and bodily fluids. So that's what that all ties into. But yeah, they getting Lizzo up out of here. She pissed off somebody, y'all, or they either getting tired of her. But either way, I don't feel sorry for her. Let the trans community fight for her. That's what I gotta say. Let the trans community have her and fight for her. So she thinks that it's okay for trans women to invade women's spaces. Let trans women fight for her ass. But yeah, that's all I got for this video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace.